and the sun rises on a brand new episode of Choruscraft. Welcome back to another episode of Choruscraft. We are on episode 3 here. Now, I think you may have noticed something a little bit wrong with my Minecraft, and that is, I am only getting a max of around 20 frames, which is absolutely terrible, and I think I only have one thing to blame for it. Cows. Lots and lots of cows. I think it's time. I think it's time to remove the cow squad. Well, that was nice. Just gotta clean this mess up now. Fill this in. That is a pretty decent amount of raw beef and leather that we have here. That's like 500 items altogether from, what, the 160 cows that we had? That's not that bad. I'm gonna have a good food source now. Now, you may have noticed during the little killing montage thing that I did, we shouldn't talk about that we actually have a really big sugarcane farm here that actually spans on for quite a long way. As you can see, it actually curves around this point back here. Now, why do we need this much sugarcane? Well, the fact is that we don't. I just kind of got carried out with myself. But we actually need some paper and some leather, which is why we bred up all of those cows, to actually make some bookshelves for enchanting. Now, since this sugarcane is so large, I don't think I'm actually going to need any more sugarcane for the rest of the season besides firework rockets once we get elytra, and I'll definitely have a fully automated farm for that in an industrial district. So for now, I think we can actually completely get rid of this and take out the bottom blocks of the sugarcane so that we don't actually have to have this really ugly green wall going all the way around our beach. This is strangely satisfying. Oh, that's nice. That's quite a lot. Now, if we grab some of this and some of this, we can make ourselves some books, which we can then craft into bookshelves. Now, sadly, I can't actually place the bookshelves in my base yet because I haven't actually finished the interior yet. Once I get this done in this episode, because we're going to be hopefully doing the interior this episode, I can actually make a nice enchanting room for the nice bookshelves to go, because if I place the bookshelves now, then they'll just turn back into books and leather, which I don't really want. What's that? What's this? I accidentally made too many furnaces. Enjoy. From your favorite chorus crafter, Exylon. Ooh. Is it a present? Furnaces! Thanks, buddy. Can we just appreciate that he put the redstone and furnaces in, like, a love heart shape? You see that? It's like kind of like a following, like a love heart shape. It's the details that count. I mean, I don't really need the redstone, but appreciate the gesture. There we go. Now I can smell all the items that I please. I'm kidding, of course. Now I just got to take all of it down again. I don't know why I did that. Now, today, I'd actually like to get a lot of work done on the interior. In other words, I'd like to actually finish the interior. So today, I'd actually like to finish the interior, and last episode, I actually cleared out all of this. Well, now that the cows are all gone, I don't really see a use for this farm anymore. Especially, I put it in the worst spot, because if you look closely, there's little gaps everywhere that you can see down into my base. Is there a faster way to clear around the farmland? Because this is taking forever. Much better, no more seeing into the sky. Now, towards the end of last episode, I actually cleared out this area that I currently am in now, and I thought it would be big enough for my plans for this base, but it's definitely not. It only goes to here, but I would definitely like to make it a lot deeper and go much further back into the cave so that it can be more dark, more gloomy, and I'd definitely want to get rid of some of these torches and replace it with glow lichen, because for my base, for the interior at least, I'd love to make a lush cave sort of thing. You saw in the Mojang 1.17 release videos that they announced early this year that they were going to have a thing called lush caves. Well, they're actually coming out in 1.18, which is why I would like to make my own. Now, you saw in last episode I stole a bit of moss block from Locky Docky's base. Well, that's going to come in actually really handy. I don't know where it is right now, but that's actually going to come in really handy so that I can actually spread the moss around and make the whole floor and ceiling kind of like a moss in the terms of a lush cave. Now, I'd love to have vines dripping down, lots of the glow berries, you know, the glow lichen lighting up the walls. I think it'd be really cool just to have a really lush cave full of leaves, greenery, maybe even some potted plants and probably some wooden trees or something. I just think it'd be really cool to stand on the outside of this base, look through the big window, and just look right into a dark and gloomy cave. Now, as I said last episode, I actually want to slope this kind of floor down towards the back. I'm definitely going to dig out this further because it's definitely not big enough, but I'm going to slope it down towards the back so that I can kind of have different rooms darting off to different sides, have all the leaves and stuff, dripstone dripping down. And I think it'd just be really cool, and it's a really interesting, kind of quirky sort of base that really fits in with the organic vibe that we're going for the outside. But like all Minecraft building projects, we actually have to gather the resources to make this. So I'm going to have to craft a few pickaxes to carve out all this stone. And then we're going to have to get all of the moss blocks, all the greenery, all like the vines and leaves and stuff. So why don't we do that now? Materials have been gathered. I think this is a pretty substantial amount of stuff for the base that we're actually going to create. We've actually got all the moss blocks, all the dark oak leaves. We've even got some bone meal that I collected from those skeletons. This will help me spread all the moss across the floor and across the walls and stuff. Now, you can't actually use the bone meal to spread the stuff, to spread the moss across the ceiling. I've tried that and it doesn't really work that well. So we're going to have to place each individual block for the ceiling, but I'm going to mix it in with some cobblestone and stuff. But before we get into that, we have to dig out this area here, so why don't we do that now? Jeez, this unenchanted diamond pickaxe is really slow. Actually, before I start digging out this area here for my base, I think I might enchant my pickaxe. Craft up the enchanting table. Alright, we're all ready to enchant. We have our 15 bookshelves all set up in a very temporary location, I can tell you that. And we've got our enchanting table all ready to go, so let's see what we can get on our pickaxe. Oh. Unbreaking 3. Not the best. Let's hope that we get something with it, though. What do we get? Oh, just Unbreaking 3. That's not what I wanted, but it'll have to do. May as well enchant up all the other tools while I have all the levels for it. Let's have a look at this one. Fortune 3, not the best. What about this one? Axe, Fortune 3, not... I'm not getting very good luck today. Oh, what am I going to get for here? Unbreaking 3... Oh no. Okay. We have a good shovel. That's good enough. Good enough for me. Is this Instamine? Oh, it is. Yes. Okay, this is going to be so useful for getting up all the moss and all the dirt and stuff on my base. Okay, we got a good shovel. The axe and the pickaxe isn't the best, but it will have to do for now. I can definitely enchant some more pickaxes and combine them in the anvil over here. But it's sad that I didn't get efficiency. But anyway, that'll have to do. Now, the way that I want to dig out this base is I'd actually like it to slope down gradually, like I said before. So it'd kind of start at the top area like this. Now, I'd actually like to make this top area probably a little bit bigger. Probably just around this big should be good. And then it would kind of slowly slope down into the next level. For example, I'd have slabs here. And then it'd go so on and go deeper and lower into the ground. Now, I'd probably like to make this area here. I'd probably like to make the whole base kind of come back around this far back. Probably even more than that, actually. I'd like it to go quite far back so that I have lots of space to do villages, farms, you know, all the necessities that I need for example, the enchanting table over there, my storage system. I need lots of space for all different things. So I'm going to have to make this base quite deep. Now, as you saw before, I already hit the top. So I'm going to have to do a bit of terraforming above the ground up here, kind of just extend the hill, make it a bit bigger, so that I can actually fit what I'd like to do underneath. But before I start doing any fancy terraforming, I got to dig this area out. So I'm going to do a rough plan, kind of dig it roughly, and then I'm going to kind of smooth out the edges, add all the cobblestone, all the moss blocks, and make it look nice and fancy. Dig a bit like this. So I'm kind of just seeing what works, seeing what doesn't, kind of like I did for over here. A lot of this base is just organic shapes and stuff, so it takes a lot of trial and error to get it right. I think I've only just realized how much digging I'm going to have to do, and how long it's going to take with just a stupid unbreaking 3 pickaxe, no efficiency on it. See, I've been digging for like 5 minutes now, and I've only gotten this far. But you can kind of see the way I'm trying to go for. So there's going to be like slabs here and stuff to kind of make it gradually go down, just like the outside, so I don't have to jump at all. But it's kind of just going to gradually go down like this. And then on every level I'm going to have different things. Now while I'm digging all this out, I thought why not explain exactly what my base is going to be. Now before I said it's going to be a nice lush cave with all the moss blocks and stuff, but I want to go into a bit further detail. Now this video that's on screen right now was actually the video from the Mojang live stream that they did earlier this year announcing the Caves and Cliffs update. Now you can see that the lush caves are actually really different to any Minecraft cave that you would normally be in. Same with all the other caves in the update, they're all really different, all different shapes and sizes, and they even have biomes such as the lush caves. Now, since they're coming out in 1.18, I thought I'd like to make my own because I was actually really looking forward to this, but they're coming out later this year. But not to worry, because Mojang is doing all the best they can. They're working as hard and as fast as they can to produce a great update, which everyone is really excited to see. Alright, so everything has been dug out here. I think it looks pretty nice. I like the general shape that's going on here. I mean, it looks cavey, I guess. It's kind of wide enough so I can walk around and fit in all the things that I'd like. Now, it's probably a bit too short. I mean, it's good enough for now. Like, I can always extend the cave. There's nothing really holding me back from extending further back into any things that I need. For example, farms I could build back there or something like that. Now, down here, you can see that I have a big dirt patch. Now, here is where I actually want to have a nice big pool of water with like a little waterfall, maybe starting from around here, kind of trickling its way down the side into this big pool of water. I think that'll look really cool, so we just got to start digging this out so that we can fill it up with water. Oh, I love having a fully enchanted shovel. It's so nice just for clearing out big things of dirt and stuff. Okay, it's all been dug out, and I think that is the right shape I want. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the nice shape. I feel like having the waterfall down here coming into this little section here, and then spilling out into the deeper section will look quite nice. Now, the water's going to fill in all around this area here, and then go into the deeper section where we can maybe have some fish. Just make this area fit in with the nice lush cave vibe that I'm trying to go for. Okay, so in order to fill this thing up, we're going to do that infinite water source thing where you do the 3 blocks like this, put the 2 buckets of water on the outside, and then you have your infinite water source in the middle. Now, before I fill this up, I think I might want to fill in this area with dirt, just so that it's a bit easier to fill in. It'll fill in itself a bit quicker, if you know what I mean. And then I can just take that out once it's all filled with water around the top. Now, in order for actually filling it up, we're just going to go around the sides like this, and it shouldn't take that much time. That didn't take that long at all, actually. I'm glad I filled this in. Now we can just take this out here, and it should just automatically fill itself in without me having to do any more water bucket placing. And yeah, there we go. Now it's all filled in. I think that actually looks pretty cool. Now we're going to take a big step back here and see what it looks like. Yeah, oh wow, that actually looks pretty cool. Now once we have the waterfall trickling in from maybe this section here, it could look quite nice, you know, having like the waterfall running down the side into here. Now I might have to place some blocks like this just to stop the water from expanding too far into the walkway, but I'm sure we can figure that out. Now, where do I want the waterfall to start? I don't think I want it to start at the very top. I definitely want to make it on this side. And now this wall here is kind of saying I want a waterfall, so I might put it starting just around here. I could do it high up. Actually, yeah, I think it might look pretty cool if it comes kind of through the ceiling. So if I just poke a hole through here, maybe up there, and then it will kind of like start in like a hidden spot up here. So if I just grab a bucket of water from down here from my newly created lake, and then pop it up here, how does that look? Yeah, that could work. Now I might place a few stone blocks or whatever blocks I have, just temporary blocks, just to kind of shape it into a place that I want it. I don't really know how I'm going to make it flow into the right spot. Do I put that there? And then I can... Nope, that's definitely making it worse. Now, instead of having the water up here, I could just keep it simple and maybe have the water come from a bit lower down. That way I can kind of control where the water comes from a bit better, rather than it spilling out from the ceiling and going all over the pathway. So if I put the water here, and then maybe another bucket, no, not there, another bucket just in there, how does that work? Yeah, that could work. If I carve a bit around here, and then maybe redo it. This is going to take a little while just to figure out the way where this water should go, because I kind of want it just to stick to the side. I don't really know how the water mechanics work in Minecraft, so this might take a while. Now, every time I seem to place the water just there, it kind of spills out and then just stays in this straight line here, which isn't what I want. So I might have to sacrifice this spot, and then maybe place it a bit further down towards the actual lake itself. I could place it in here? Yeah, hang on, let's have a look and see what it looks like if I place the water just there. What does that do? Oh, okay, so that makes it kind of just a straight line like here. What if I cheat a little bit and put a bit of water there? Yeah, that's alright. It's just, I don't really like how it's just a straight line, so what happens if I get a bit more water and place some here? Nope, that didn't work. There? No, it stays in this straight line, and I don't really know why it stays in that straight line. What if I put a few blocks? No, that won't work. Oh, okay. We might be getting something here. So I've placed a block of water here, and then one up through there. Now, what happens if I place a block here of water just up here like we did before? That might create it... If I have more than one source block of water, it might create a better look overall. So if I place this one up there... Okay, no, it just does this thing again. Aha! So if I place a block of water there... Yes! Okay, that actually works. Can we place one? Nope, not there. There? Yes! Okay, that actually looks pretty good. I like having the waterfall on the wall here, and then the combination of this as well. Now, when we add the slabs around like this, that'll kind of give the water a reason to flow in this direction, if that makes any sense at all. So when we add the slabs, like, kind of coming around here, because we're going to do this for the whole of here, so we don't have to jump at all, but that kind of gives the water a reason to be flowing in this straight direction, and then kind of curve in to go here. We could even do something like that, where it's like... Nah, I don't like that. If we stand back up here, and we walk in, that looks amazing. Wow, and then just imagine this with all the glow berries or the glow lichen without the torches. We're gonna have the glow lichen, because if you didn't know, the glow lichen actually provides light, which is, well, why it's called glow lichen. So the next thing we need to do is we need to get the moss in place, and then we can start decorating with all the slabs and stuff. So let's go grab the moss now. Oh, actually, before we get the moss, I actually just wanted to address something. Now, this entrance here, it doesn't work at all. I've tested it. I've lured a zombie here. It doesn't work. This double carpet thing, I don't know if they patched it in 1.17. But yeah, it doesn't work. So we're going to have to figure out another solution for the entrance to stop mobs from spawning. But I'm pretty sure in this base, since the glow lichen doesn't produce much light, there's going to be quite a few mobs spawning in here as well. So we're going to have to hopefully cover the ground in the moss carpet to stop them from spawning. But yeah, just wanted to tell you that entrance design doesn't really work that well. So we're going to have to figure out something else. Now, speaking of nighttime and mobs, I wanted to address something with my bed as well. Now, you know that when you sleep in Minecraft, you sleep actually on the bed. Well, did you know that you can do this? You can actually run and then jump and then you sleep off the bed. It's like you're sleeping in a little air mattress. Oh, no, that didn't work. But it's like you're sleeping in like a little sleeping bag next to your bed. It takes a little bit of time to get it. And if it's lagging like I am right now, it doesn't really work very well. But, yep, there we go. I'm sleeping next to my bed now, which doesn't really make much sense. But anyway, just something I found out, and I think it's pretty cool. Grab the moss that we need. Now, how much moss do we need? I think we might actually take all of this, and then all of this as well. We'll get all of the beautifying objects. I'll get the leaves later, but I think I might grab some more dirt and then some stone. Yes, stone is going to be very useful in what we're doing, and the stone slabs as well. Because, as I said before, we're going to be sloping it up like this, so I don't have to jump anything. So yeah, that's going to take some time to get the slabbage looking right, if that's a word, and getting the mossage right as well. Okay, so I want to start with the ceiling, because the ceiling right now is looking quite brown and grey from all the dirt, and that doesn't look very nice. So I'm kind of wondering, do I replace each block with moss and then do terraforming, or do I just put moss over the outside? That'll make the ceiling a lot smaller than it currently is, but it will also be a lot faster. Okay, I think I've settled on I'm gonna actually replace every single block with moss, which is gonna take a lot longer, but I think the end result will be worth it, because otherwise, if I cover this, it'll be the ceiling will just be a lot lower down, which isn't really what I'm going for. Otherwise, it'll be too wide, overly shaped, which isn't what I'd really like. So we're gonna have to take it the slow and steady way and do it like this, where we replace every block. Now, I am replacing every single grass block above me with moss, so I'm kind of keen to see what it looks like from above, because it will just be this mountain of moss. Wow. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. This looks amazing. Whoa. Okay, besides the bird poop and all like the andesite and like the granite and stuff, this looks amazing. Wow. Okay, up here, it only really goes halfway down the wall, but down here, if we just focus on this area here, this looks incredible. So you have like the moss going down to the ground, you have all the water, you got the waterfall, and like the moss on the roof. We're not even done yet, and I'm really impressed with this. Jeez. Okay, next thing we need to do is we need to add some more stone and stuff back into this roof. I kind of just made the whole thing moss, but I would definitely like to add some more texture back and draw some more life into the roof. So I have some stone here and got some andesite. Now I might not use some cobblestone. I might use cobblestone, I might not. We'll see what works and see what doesn't. But that's kind of the theme for this base, is trial and error. That always seems to work well. Now, I kind of just want to get rid of some of the moss and just add stone back. It's kind of pretty simple. Just adding stone, and then I might even add some slabs and stuff back into the roof. See, that already has improved things around here. If we just continue doing this, just have patches of stone. We don't want the moss to be too obvious, if that makes sense. We want the moss to be a nice feature, not overtaking the whole build. We also got to do something about this bird poop. It's driving me nuts. Wow, that has definitely improved things. Okay, now we got to add some more dirt into the mix. Now, I think adding the dirt next to, like, kind of on the outside of the stone might look a bit nice, because having just random patches of dirt probably won't look the best. I could try it, but I don't think it will look very nice. So we just add random patches of dirt around the stone. I think that'll give a nice sense of depth, if that makes sense. Honestly, I have no idea what I'm talking about. Okay, whenever I say fancy terms like depth and texture and stuff, I have no idea what I'm talking about. It just comes to mind, so I say it. But really, just don't trust what I say. Looking good, looking good. Gosh, this is coming together so well. I never expected my building skills to be quite so good, if I do say so myself. Okay, what next? Okay, slabbage. We need to do some slabbage on the roof. Now, I've got the stone slabs, so kind of only really one way to place the slabs is just place them randomly and hope that they look good. Imagine how cool it would be if you could craft dirt slabs. Imagine all the cool terraforming you could do. That'd be pretty useful for above me. And when I say above me, I mean like above the ground, because right here is actually, the moss is replacing the grass right now, so don't really want to look above, but I kind of have to see what all that damage has done to the hill above me. But anyway. Okay, next up we got to remove the andesite, and we got to remove this disgusting looking granite. It just does not fit in with the theme I'm going for. Jeez, this base just keeps on getting better and better and better every step of the way. But now it's time for the big thing. We got to add the moss and all the moss carpets to the floor. Now, are you able to make moss slabs? Because if you're able to make moss slabs, that would actually be really useful. Can you make moss slabs? No. No, you can't. Well, that's going to make things a little bit more tricky in terms of making this slope down gradually without having to press spacebar and jump all the time. Okay, so we're going to start making these blocks moss. Actually, no, I'm not going to do it like that. I'm going to do it in an orderly fashion. So where this moss kind of meets the lowest part of the wall here, I gotta make this part of the wall moss as well, which means I can then follow that through onto the floor. Now, I'm not gonna make the whole part of the floor moss, just like the roof. I might even make it a little bit less than the roof, just to make it not overly green. So if I just add this moss going towards the ground a bit more... Yeah. Okay, so if I just do exactly what I just said I'm going to do and just add more and more moss going towards the ground like that. Yeah, okay, that looks nice. And then this will kind of flow on to the ground around it. So if I just place moss blocks like this and then more around here, it should look pretty decent. So, oh, I forgot, I even have moss carpets. So yeah, I can have the moss carpets around as well to add even more texture. Now, moss, actually, you can bone meal moss. I don't have bone meal on me right now. I'm gonna go grab some, but you can bone meal moss to make it spread, and then it will like have like the azalea bushes and stuff. That'll actually be really handy for the floor, because you can't bone meal stuff when it's on the roof, but you can when it's on the floor. So definitely going to use this opportunity to do that. So what happens if I right click on this? Ah, okay, so it won't go onto the slabs, but it will go onto the surrounding blocks that aren't slabs. Oh, this looks amazing. Yes, this is exactly what I need. Now, if you can't tell, I'm excited, okay? I'm very excited for this base. I love how it's coming along. It's looking amazing, in my opinion. So, I'm going to keep on going with this, and then, once it's all done, I'll give you guys an update. Alright, I'm putting the finishing touches on now, which is just a few lily pads. Okay, I think we're done. I think we're just about done. Just one, maybe one here. Yeah. Are you ready? It's done. The interior is finally done. After a hard, long day of work, this has turned out amazing. This is... It looks like this looks like the Mojang release videos that they did on the Mojang Live. This looks exactly like what they did. This looks incredible. Oh my goodness, I love this so much. If you guys can't tell, I am stoked with this. Like, with all the little grass bits, all the moss, all the flowers. I love these flowers, by the way. They're amazing. I was going to put these red ones in, but I think the white just does it perfectly. Oh, hey guys, Editor Taffy here. So I just got to fill you in on something because the footage got corrupted. Basically, I went looking for some glowberries in a mineshaft. I looked around for around half an hour, couldn't find any, and then I resurfaced without any glowberries. Sad, but that's just what happened. But yeah, we've done a lot in this episode, and next episode, we are going to go hunting for some glowberries. We were a bit unsuccessful today, but we will definitely get them next episode to make this lush cave looking even lusher and more beautiful than ever before. Thank you guys so much for watching. I have been getting a lot of support lately, and that is thanks to you guys. Please let me know if you guys do enjoy this series, and I will definitely continue making episodes like this for a while. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode. I really hope you enjoyed it as much as I did to record it. I really hope you guys like this interior as much as I do as well, because I think it is absolutely stunning. Well, thank you guys so much for watching, and I shall catch you guys in the next one. See you later.